Scaling in Planet Zoo is about to become a reality. Welcome everyone back to the channel. My name is Leaf and it's so great to have you guys back over here as we kind of talk about the latest kind of breakthrough in the modding community. Now, keep in mind this is not for public release just yet. It's only released to a few select people just to kind of try and break and see where the errors kind of lie. But there is a beautiful new mod out that enables scaling for Planet Zoo. So this is made by Anaki with some help from Hexabit and I think maybe Jesse too. But essentially, this is a prop, right? That is just the simple drin grass. Now, there is some new information over here. It shows like part ID, yada yada, and the ability to make it scalable. Now what you can do, you can make it nice and tiny. So you can have like very tiny grass like that. Check out that given. He's like looking at it like what the hell is going on over here. Or you can make it as big as possible and get like a real forest going. I love the drin grass for this specifically because you get like this lovely little waving effect. I mean, look at that. That is just so insane. Like that brings in such like a new dimension to the game that like no one else is really able to do. Now, you can do this with the whole wide variety of different pieces, and keep in mind there is a little bit of culling going on. What culling is essentially when you move past an object at a certain point, it disappears it from the game essentially just to help build up rendering and allows your game to run a little bit faster. So you can see as we kind of make our way throughout here, items just start to disappear. I'm talking with Anaki about getting that to be like fixed or something, or at least allowing it to stay further than it normally would, because I think that would help out a lot. But let's kind of play around with this a little bit and talk about what you can kind of do. So obviously you can make stuff nice and big, or you can make stuff nice and small. So say for example over here I have that beech tree sapling. Normally it's about that size right there, but if you want like a nice oak tree kind of looking thing that has like a nice tall canopy, you can do that. Or you could even scale down trees like the kapok tree. I know a lot of people tend to use this for like elm trees, but it's a little bit too tall. So you could actually shrink that down just a little bit more and it has a nice, lovely looking look. You can also do that with the baobab trees to make like these little bonsai trees kind of. I think that's a super fun use for that. And yeah, you could just go crazy with this stuff. I have a few modded props in here, specifically from Safari Pack, Outback Pack, yada yada. But you can see we have a whole lot of different stuff that we could do. I use like the taxidermy to make this a little bit of a model scene of the Congo. I felt like that would be kind of fun to do. So you can see we just shrunk down all these trees and all this taxidermy to create this nice little effect in here. I thought that was super fun to do right there. You could do this with enrichment items too, but only certain ones. So if I pop over here and I pick up like a physics-based one, if something is physics-based, it comes with like this little spawner on it. So you could plop that down and you can see it moves, but you can make this scalable, but the only thing that will be scalable is that tiny little spawner thing. So you can make that completely invisible, or you could bring that up to be nice and big. Maybe you can find use for that, I'm not really sure. But that's really it for those. You can also do that with stuff like the, I want to say, where is it? Yeah, like let's just say, for example, the wind chimes. I'm pretty sure that the wind chimes will get a little bit weird. So you can see that they're kind of disconnected right now, which is a little strange, but it leaves this out for any possibility, really. You could just use as like an archway or something. That's super cool, but there's so much stuff in here. And you can see that these guys are brachiating on nothing. So using like the metal brachiation frames, if you shrink them down all the way to like this scale, as small as possible, you can see that these guys will still use them to brachiate. If I actually go in here and check this out, you can see that the frame is still there, so that's essentially a null frame. So you can kind of build whatever you want on top of that. I'm not creative enough right now to really build something on top of there, but that's just an option for you guys to do. I just have the lion in here for scale, plus I like to look at the remaster. But you could do cool stuff, like you could scale up like the crocodile skull and get like this really cool like Spinosaurus looking thing. You could scale up the buffalo grass to create this beautiful dense ground cover. I mean, look at that stuff. It's really, really awesome. And if I take this piece right here, scale that up, and then just kind of move that back a little bit more, it has this really, really cool effect. Now, one of the main issues that we're trying to figure out right now is how to get the scale to retain when you duplicate it and then place it down. Right now, that is honestly like one of the biggest things over here, but we're also kind of bug testing to find out like any glitches that this has, any like hard crashes that might happen. We're really trying to figure that stuff out and get that all fixed up for you guys so that you guys are able to play with that. But that is really it. You can't really scale up any facilities items besides like, I guess you could scale up like these canopies and stuff. I feel like that would be kind of fun for you guys to do. And yeah, you could do like really nice big shades. I think that would be super awesome for like a rooftop maybe. And then you could kind of like hide that as like a gazebo top or something. I don't really know. Let's actually give this guy a little bit of shade over here. He seems kind of boiling in the sun right there. But that is some fun stuff on the horizon. I know this isn't officially out, but I was just so excited to show you guys. I didn't want to keep this like relocated to Discord, but you can join the modding community to get a better look at this stuff and kind of communicate with Inaki and stuff. If you guys are more interested in this, because we need some testers, we need some help. Not just people who want to play around and build with this. We need people who actually like seek out what will make this stuff crash, what will make this stuff work. It's very interesting stuff. So if you do want to lend a hand, reach out on the modding server, and maybe we could hook you guys up and just maybe you could be a little beta tester. But that is really it, my friends. This is such a fun tool. You could create some very cool stuff with this. You could do like a tree of life or something. But that is it, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you did enjoy the video, share it with your friends. Be like, oh my gosh, look what's coming to Planet Zoo soon. The modding community is really incredible. I'm so thankful for the people that I work with over there. And that is really it. So we're going to end it right there, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I can't wait to see you all in the next video. Take care and have the most wonderful of wonderful days. Goodbye now.